Welcome back to the garage. So as you see, we have a pile of parts. I was given this red chopper all cut up like it is into 3 pieces. Little 110 with electric start, and this piece is part of the quad rear end. It's off a 50cc quad. Today's project, we're going to build a trike. My father brought me a chopper, and I'll add a little clip of it. It's just a disaster. So I told him I'd build something for him with an engine, and this is what I'm starting with. So first thing I want to do is bolt this piece back to the rear end and bolt the engine back together to the rear end, and then go from there. So let's get started. Crank will be going. Alright, I'm not going to bore you guys with pulling off the crank because that can be a pain. So I'll bring you guys back here in a minute. Alright, so got the crank off. I have it just sitting here. There's a block of wood over here under the forks, just holding that up. Can't see very well, but not sure how well the ground clearance is. It's not looking like it's going to be a whole lot. So I might cut this bottom bar off here, raise it up, change the angle a little bit, that way we have a little bit more ground clearance. And then I gotta figure out if I'm using this piece here and where is it gonna sit coming down. I'm probably gonna have to cut this piece here off and make that nice and flush and re-weld my own angle in. Not sure exactly where I want to tie in at. Just before the shock or just above the intake. But I'm going to do some brainstorming. Probably pull the engine off and go from there. Alright, so it's been a couple days. I started off by building this here to hold the tire and keep everything upright. And then I pulled the engine off after finding that this lined up pretty decent. I'm going to cover this over and weld all of this in and make it nice and boxed in here. Found this, might put this in here like that and weld it all the way around and then box it in using that. Not sure yet, but it's a little update. Gonna prop you guys up after I cut that up a little bit. I'm gonna cut the seat pole out of it the rest of the way, and then I can put it in here, see where I'm gonna have to cut this area back to, and go from there. So let's get into it. So I had to cut more out of down here than I wanted. Sorry I didn't bring you guys back. I'm about to weld this piece in here, then slide that up and put that back to where it was originally. Then I have some pieces of angle I cut into flats, and I'm going to use these to box this in. Something like that. And then I'm going to use the other pieces I cut off of here for them angles to finish boxing it in to make it nice and strong. I will be flipping it over to do the same on the bottom. Make it look as best as I can. Probably cut these off and bend them over or something. Not sure quite yet. But I'm about to start welding, so probably not going to record that. I'll bring you guys back when I have a little more progress done. Alright, I got the engine off. Went with a different idea for the top pipe. I'm liking how it's turning out so far. This little pipe down here, that's going to be getting cut off back here. And then the other two will probably be getting cut off with it. And that, or I'll leave the black pipes and I'll gusset it up in and make it a nice triangle piece gusset there. And then I'm going to try to get the rest of the spider web off the other piece. Try to piece it back together there. Gotta finish welding around this. Wanted to give a little update. Welds are actually really good for the most part for what I'm using, so they actually look better in person than on camera, but I'm not gonna complain, so I'm gonna get back to welding. Just finished up the foot pegs or foot rests. I decided to leave the sprocket on because it says West Coast Chopper on it. I like that, so put it on this side for appearance. Took and welded the pedals in place. Cut this side off, re-welded it on, welded the pedal in place. So I'm going to end the video off here. And the next part, I'll be putting on the carburetor, the wire harness, gas tank, seat, and maybe doing a top speed run. So hit the like, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.